How do fish communicate underwater? When we think about communication in the animal kingdom, we often imagine birds singing, dogs barking, or dolphins clicking and whistling. But what about fish? They live in a world without spoken words, yet they still need to warn each other of danger, find mates, and defend their territory. So, how do fish communicate underwater? Unlike humans, fish rely on a mix of sounds, body movements, color changes, and even electrical signals to send messages. Let's dive into the fascinating world of fish communication and uncover the secrets beneath the waves. Do fish really talk? Yes. While fish don't have vocal cords like humans, they can still produce sounds in various ways. Scientists have discovered that many species of fish use sound to communicate, and some even have unique voices that help them recognize each other. Fish make sounds for different reasons, such as warning signals, alerting others to danger; mating calls, attracting a partner; territory defense, letting rivals know to stay away; coordination in groups, helping schools of fish swim together. Some fish species are louder than others, and certain environments, like coral reefs, can be quite noisy with all the fish chatter happening beneath the waves. How do fish produce sounds? Fish create sounds in several ways, including A. Drumming muscles and swim bladders. Some fish, like drums and croakers, use special muscles around their swim bladder, an organ that helps them float, to produce sounds. The rapid contraction of these muscles makes the swim bladder vibrate, creating drumming or booming noises. Example: the Atlantic croaker makes a croaking noise by using its swim bladder, similar to the sound of a frog. B. Grinding their teeth. Certain fish, like catfish and parrotfish, grind their teeth together to make clicking or scraping sounds. These noises can be used for territorial disputes or to warn other fish. Example: the parrotfish grinds coral with its teeth to create a crackling sound that can be heard underwater. C. Rubbing their bones together, stridulation. Some fish make sounds by rubbing their bony structures together, much like crickets do on land. This is called stridulation. Example: triggerfish and catfish create loud clicking noises by rubbing their fin spines against their bodies. D. Water movements and fins. Some fish, like betta fish and cuttlefish, communicate by making waves in the water with their fins. This is useful for signaling aggression or attracting mates. Using body language and movements. Fish also communicate through body language. Instead of talking, they use movements to express emotions and intentions. Some common body language signals in fish include flared fins and gill covers, a sign of aggression, warning another fish to stay away. Head shaking or fin flicking, used to warn others of danger or parasites. Rapid darting or circling, often seen in mating displays or when defending territory. Opening their mouths wide, a common way to threaten an opponent in a fight. Example: betta fish, Siamese fighting fish, flare their fins and gills when they feel threatened, making themselves look bigger to scare off rivals. Changing colors as a form of communication. Many fish use color changes to communicate, and some can alter their appearance in just seconds. Fish use color to attract mates. Bright colors often signal readiness to reproduce. Camouflage, some fish change colors to blend into their surroundings and avoid predators. Show aggression, darkening or brightening certain body parts can be a sign of dominance. Signal distress, when sick or stressed, some fish lose their bright colors. Example: cuttlefish and certain reef fish can change colors instantly using special skin cells called chromatophores. Electrical signals, the secret messages of some fish. Amazingly, some fish don't just use sound, movement, or color, they use electricity to communicate. Certain species generate weak electrical fields that help them find food, detect objects, and send signals to other fish. Example: electric fish, like the elephant nose fish and knife fish, produce tiny electrical pulses to send messages and navigate in dark waters. Electric eels use high-voltage shocks not only to stun prey but also to communicate dominance in social interactions. Smell and chemical communication. Fish also release chemical signals, pheromones, into the water to send messages. These chemical cues are useful for recognizing family members in a group, finding a mate during breeding season, warning others about predators. Example: salmon use smell to find their way back to the streams where they were born, following scent trails in the water. Some fish release a fear scent when attacked, warning nearby fish to hide. Communication in fish schools. Fish that swim in large groups, called schools, use multiple forms of communication to stay in sync. They rely on body movements to coordinate turns, lateral lines, sensory organs, to detect changes in water pressure and vibrations, flash signals where they reflect light off their shiny scales to signal direction. Example: sardines and anchovies move as one unit, confusing predators by constantly shifting directions in perfect harmony. Why do fish communicate? Fish need to communicate for the same reasons as many other animals. White heavy checkmark finding food, some fish make noises or release chemicals to signal the presence of food. White heavy checkmark avoiding predators, many fish warn each other of danger using body movements, sounds, or scents. White heavy checkmark mating and reproduction, males often use bright colors or sounds to attract females. White heavy checkmark marking territory, aggressive displays and noises help fish defend their home areas. White heavy checkmark navigating and staying together, schools of fish use movement signals to stay organized. The noisy world of underwater life. For a long time, scientists thought the ocean was mostly silent, but we now know it's full of underwater conversations. Coral reefs, lakes, and deep-sea environments are filled with the sounds of fish clicking, drumming, and humming to communicate with each other. With modern technology, researchers are still discovering new ways fish talk to one another. Underwater microphones, hydrophones, have helped scientists record fish sounds and better understand their language. Conclusion: a hidden language beneath the waves. Fish may not have voices like humans, but they have evolved incredible ways to communicate using sound, movement, color, electricity, and even smell. Each species has its own unique way of sending messages, helping them survive, find food, and interact with others in their watery world. Next time you see fish swimming in an aquarium or the ocean, remember, they might be having a conversation right before your eyes. Waterwave tropical fish.